Happy Monday, Martin Luther King Day, very important day. Post office is closed. I know. You guys are going to come in and say, hey, the post office closed. I know. But I want to get ahead of the game. You guys know me. And it's a Monday. I got to come on live on a Monday. You know how it is. Some people working, some people aren't. I did sleep in. It's 8:30 is my normal time, but my kids did not go to school. So we're going to get into it. I know okay, that was an offer expired. eBay sales, Poshmark sales, Depop sales, Mercari sales. None on Depop, none on Mercari. Hopefully, you guys are having a good and fun and healthy weekend. I know it's freezing out where most of us are. The feels like it's -10 here in Indiana, so I know it's probably the same throughout everywhere. And even in the South, it's probably really cold. Good morning, Juliet. Thanks for coming in. Usually the first comment again. Jessica, good morning. If you guys have any questions about reselling or anything, let me know. Judith, come on in. Welcome. Zach, happy Monday. Melissa, Sandy, what's up? Usually catch it on replay, but you're here. We're here. Good morning. Everything is slow. Yeah, we'll talk about that. So I've been a little MIA as far as social media content and things like that, because over the last week I've been doing lots of, if you don't already know, retail arbitrage. So last night I ran a kids show on Whatnot, sold like almost 300 items. Profit margins were small, but good enough for me, and people got really good deals. So that's, again, what you want to bring people, really good deals, and for you to make money, of course. So that was fun. Packed all that up. Today I'm going to do a golf show. Again, the cheapest polos and hats that I see going on Whatnot, I'm going to have tonight or this afternoon. So that will be the advantage that I'm doing. So I have that plan later today. I'm going to do that as long as probably 2 hours or so. And yeah, I've listed quite a few items, multiple quantities over the last couple days. So not a lot of items, but a lot of like counting out quantities and listing those items. So that's what I've been doing, just to let you know. We'll talk about it being slow because it is slow and it's not just you. Good morning, Joey. Good morning. I'm in the Panhandle of Florida and it snowed yesterday, 2 inches. Oh my gosh. So last year we went to, where is it? I don't remember the name of the place. We went to one of the Panhandle, Rosemary Beach, with my in-laws. And I can't imagine there being snow there on that beach. That blows my mind, Sarah. But I believe it. I know that cold front comes down from Canada in the north, and it just dips all the way down to Florida. So everywhere in between is just cold. East Coast all the way probably out to like Colorado. What's up, Trisha? What up, Trisha in the house? Good morning, Erica. Audra, good morning. Welcome in. Monday morning live. An hour later, but kids slept in. Got to get, got to sleep in a little bit. Did my first Whatnot show. Erica, how did it go? Fill us in. How did it go? Piece of Scrap, what's up? What's up? If you don't follow Piece of Scrap has, what am I doing? This way. Piece of Scrap is backwards. Piece of Scrap has good info on mostly on Facebook. So if you're a reseller looking for someone else to follow, good info, Piece of Scrap. But yeah, first Whatnot show. I want to know how it went, Erica. Do you know, just a viral Instagram, no biggie. Oh, do you know, just going viral on Instagram? Are you, Trisha? What'd you put? I don't know. I have not been on social media too much. Just a little post here and there. I'm in the Panhandle of Florida, and we had rain. I know it's just cold in general. It's just cold. You know what? We should be great. I'm grateful that we had a week and a half of mild weather in January. To have it a week and a half of mild weather in January, no, that's great because it's just going to only get better as time goes on. Yeah, we'll have these weeks, but at least we had a week and a half of mild. Have you heard of Barber quilted jacket sale at Sam's Club? No. Is that true, Shannon? That's a big deal. Barber quilted jackets on sale at Sam's Club, guys. That's like red alarms. That's like red alarms and bells going off. Because usually when I find Barber, no matter what, I pick it up. That's a biggie. Lakeland, Florida. What's up, Lakeland? What up, Lakeland? Good morning. I'll be driving through Florida again in April. Can you make a bolo or bread and butter video for 2026? I can. I'm going to do a couple videos planned. I feel like every video I have to do is like a thrifting or haul, but no, it doesn't. I can just do a teaching video, just like my some of my like best in 2026. Yep. Text you after your live. I got you, Trisha. I got you. Sophia, what's up? Yep, back to class time. Back to class time. Monday morning. Doing my first show sometime this week. Guys, you have it. You have it. Like last night, last night, I did my kids show. I think I had like 3 or 4 buyers that have bought from me before. Everyone else were new buyers. Everybody else were new buyers. So, I mean, I bet I can even show you. I bet I just don't think people care. But I bet I can show you, just to show you, to prove it. Shows. Do past open. Nope, not open show. Yeah, open show. No. Few shipments. Okay, you guys ready? Check this out. So if you're new to Whatnot, we're talking about Whatnot here a little bit. We'll talk about what's slow and we'll talk about my sales. It's a Monday. We're going to do the whole thing. Here's my Whatnot from yesterday. So if you're new to Whatnot and you're like, you have to have a social media following or whatever. If you put it in a certain category, people will come. Look at this. This is my show from yesterday. Look at all of these new. All of these are new buyers. Like the whole page, new buyers. So don't feel like you have to have a following, but you definitely have to have good prices and good items. I think that's very important. Eventually you'll build it. Like I was selling brand new kids clothing starts at $5. Brand new Nike and Under Armour only. You can't buy it for under $10 online. And when okay, literally just jumped in, learning a lot from the troubleshooting. Yeah, we learned a lot from Whatnot. Yesterday was the first time I did flat rate boxes. I've never done flat rate boxes, so that was a first start for me. Yeah, so always learning. Again, I have on my YouTube channel, I have a video on Whatnot. I talked about this in my last live. You can kind of see the behind the scenes. Again, very rudimentary. I didn't spend a ton of time editing it. That's just not my style. But I also, again, have a link in there. If you're wanting to do Whatnot, they will match your first 150 sold on your first show. So if your show didn't go as the way you wanted, at least sell $150 worth, and they'll match it. So you can learn from that show and hopefully not lose money. You're welcome, piece of scrap. Always shouting out people. I will never not shout out people that I think have good content. Kids have the day off here in Massachusetts in a great snow day. Let's go. I saw the snow like all north, just tons of snow. Happy snow day and kids day. Yep, our kids are home. They'll probably be vegging out most of the day. It feels like -10. Yeah. And I'm going to have to work a lot of today. Just is what it is. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning. Yep. Saw Sam's Club in Pennsylvania. Googled it. Talked about $140. So it's still a pretty penny. Okay. So if those barbers are still $140 at Sam's Club, that's fine. The alarms are they're turning off. I'm shutting them off. I'll still pick those up for $5 or $10 at the thrift store. I missed your thrift with me live. They were fun. I know. What's up? I can do more of them. The problem is I feel like I just don't want to bore you guys. Like if I had a red, white, and blue where they had really good items, even if they were expensive, at least I could show you the brands and be like, this is what I'd pay. I'm not paying this. But I feel like my thrift stores, it's very, very hit and miss. Good morning, Chrissy. I mean, I love talking. I love being with you guys. It's flowing up in my sales everywhere else are slow. For your Whatnot, yes, we'll talk about slow sales again. Just do it, barely prep, scheduled the night before, and sold stuff. Exactly. And people don't judge. There's so many people in Whatnot. Guys, I'm not trying to judge, but I'm going to just say it. If you go on Whatnot and watch a lot of people, I mean, there are a lot of people that are boring. And even if you think like you're a boring person, which I think we all do, we all think we're boring or something, but you can make it better. Like you can hold up. All right, guys, I'm having a Stanford Russell made in the USA. Really cool, really nice, vintage, stitched sweatshirt starting at $1. Are you ready? Go. Have that. Talk to the audience. Have the next item ready. Okay. Thank you for your purchase. Next item, golf. This is what I see on Whatnot. All right. Next item. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. We have this golf Under Armour size large. It's got a few fuzzes on it. It's pretty good. We're going to run it here. Size large. What? Meatloaf? Okay. And start. Time is money, and you're going to lose people. I didn't know Barber had swim trunks. I got 3 this weekend. I didn't either. That's new to me. I only knew flannels, and I didn't know shorts. I've only bought 1 pair before, and then wax jackets and the quilted jackets and vests. What's up, sir? What's up, Kingston? Down here in Southwest Florida. Now, Southwest Florida, you guys probably got off a little easier. It always stays mild. Like you always see everything cold, and then that tip of Florida is still a little warm. Good morning. Could you tell my daughter happy late birthday? She turned 9. What's up? Happy birthday. You're 9, the same age as my son, but you're probably in 3rd grade. So happy birthday. 3rd grade was probably my favorite grade in elementary school. So enjoy it. Summer's around the corner. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I got $50 pre-loved kids clothing, 4 buyers. I got $50 pre-loved kids clothing, 4 buyers. There you go. 4 buyers just buying it all. Exactly. That's people just scoop it all up. If you just start it at a price you're comfortable with, people just buy it at that price over and over and over again. Like last night, my show, people could resell that stuff, gift that stuff, $5 to like $10 for brand new kids clothing. I have a couple of those shows scheduled again. It's great. Where do I source my Whatnot new with tags items? It just depends. This last time was Dick's Sporting Goods. Sometimes it just depends. Like Academy has sales. I'll do like online arbitrage, but most of the time my Whatnots are women's clothing, high-end, pre-loved stuff. So that's most of my stuff. Costco selling Barber wax jackets for $380. Okay, I feel comfortable. Wax jackets are the bomb. Wax jackets from Barber are the bomb. That's still probably cheap for them, but if you can buy it for $10, you're good. Okay, I figured you guys would be like $34 for quilted jackets. I would be in trouble. Please, no rude comments. I am new to reselling. I have a lot of items. How do you do a show on Whatnot? How do you get people to watch and buy? I'm clueless at this point. Terry, no rude comments. We don't allow those in here. And no question is a dumb question. There's always new people to reselling. And then us veterans, I still watch this stuff. It's just in the background or whatever while I'm listening. So it's just part of it. So Whatnot. Let me get in here. I will attach a YouTube video, not a YouTube video. Yeah, YouTube video. Videos. Okay, so I'm going to attach a video copy to this chat right now. And this is how I do my normal Whatnots. And you can check that video out. That should help with some of those. All right, good morning. Can you please tell my daughter, oh, I got that happy birthday for you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Depop shipping seems higher. Anyway, to get cheaper shipping. I don't know because I don't sell a lot on Depop. But I know K-Way uses Shippo. So if you don't follow K-Way Shop, follow K-Way Shop. He uses Shippo, and he has like a coupon over there. You get some like $25 free shipping or something. But Shippo's an option, but I don't sell a ton on Depop. I have no sales on Depop. So not the Depop. I do cross list everything on Nifty to Depop. I just don't have a lot of luck over there. Do you suggest having preloaded items on Whatnot? Good question. And again, we'll get to slow sales, I promise, and my sales and what it sold. We'll talk about it. Preloaded items on Whatnot. So Erica, when I first started Whatnot, I did pre-owned women's clothing. That's what I normally do on Whatnot. And I did take pictures of everything, and I had them numbered, you know, like 1 to whatever. So I knew exactly what was coming up next. People could see what's in the show, and they could pre-bid. Now, that's the positives in that. People can come and look at your show early, see what you have. They can look during your show, see what they have. They can get a notification when the item's getting ready to have the auction. So there's a lot of benefits of preloading your show. Now, it takes a lot of extra time to do that. So if you want to spend the time to do that, you can, or you don't have to. Sometimes people, it's fun not knowing what's next. So it's just up to you. It's up to you. You can play with it. You do both. I do both. I've done both. Dry January, slow around everywhere. Yes. You are never boring. I can't go thrifting during the week, so I love learning from you. Hey, I appreciate you. I know. I just, we do have a new Goodwill opening tomorrow here in Indy. Brand new Goodwill, grand opening. I honestly don't, and this is not like me. I'm not going. The first grand opening Goodwill I went to was great. The second one was not good at all. And I just don't have time. I have so many thrifted items I need listed, and I have to get through all this stuff. I just don't have time. I really have to prioritize right now. So I'm missing a new Goodwill, which would have been a good live for you. Except I'd be going crazy in there. I have a question. How come anybody can return an item on eBay now before I used to have no returns? How come anybody can return an item on eBay? You used to have no returns. I don't know. I've never done no returns, but I offer returns, and my return rate is probably like 3%, and it's always does not fit. Buyer has to pay shipping back. It's just part of the business. I only sell clothing for the most part, so it always does not fit. And again, a buyer has to pay shipping back. So it's just part of the game, part of the business. Number your items individually. Yes, you can do that. Some Whatnot here you go. Some Whatnot backgrounds are so messy and creepy. You just have to clean the space and a little organized, and you win. Yes, Audra. So you said you missed the Whatnot, I think, yesterday. I had my TV and my holes in the wall in the background. I have to go out and get some more boxes. I might just get some fabric today to put behind me. Just as a yeah, I might do my Whatnots down here anyways from now on. So I might just put fabrics, get some of those 3M hooks, get fabric, and just put a fabric down. I don't even know if Joann's we have a Michael's or Hobby Lobby, but just put fabric down in the background. It's better than nothing. But I agree. Last night I was watching a Whatnot, and there was like toilet paper in the background. It was, yeah. But again, if they have good prices and good items, I'm sure they'll still sell it. It's just not real inviting when you're scrolling. Great show last night. Fun time. By the way, even though the Bears lost in overtime, it was a great season. Had so much respect for their team eventually. Caleb Williams, what a throw for record books. Oh my gosh, Debbie. Thanks for the kind comments about the show. So our show ended, and we watched the rest of the Bears game, and we were so rooting for the Bears. We both said we want the Bears to win the Super Bowl. And last second, unbelievable throw, like 60-yard bomb to go into overtime for the Bears. So it was like, oh my God, the crowd going crazy. I could feel it in Indy. I'm 3 hours away. I could feel it here. And then they lost in overtime. So unfortunate, but it was a great season. Really happy for Chicago. It's been a long time for Chicago, and they have a good team, great coach, so they're going to do things. Good morning. What's up, Calhoun? Faith, you were in the Whatnot last night. Thanks for coming out and supporting. Everyone's saying happy birthday to the 9-year-old. Happy birthday to the 9-year-old. There was a guy on Whatnot that I buy from. He is so slow to start and then doesn't run the shirts and ties. He asked for people to say, run the comments. I don't get the time for that. Yeah, it's just different strokes for different folks. But for me, time is money. And like you saw last night, if you're at my show, I wasn't selling stuff for crazy money. My profit margins aren't big on that stuff, and today too. So I just try to get through it pretty quickly. But the women's shows, I need to talk about the items a little bit more, fabrics and things like that. But yeah, I don't know. Different strokes for different folks. And I think people will try it. They'll stick with it. They'll leave it, go back to eBay and things like that. So yeah, I like the Whatnot shows. Have a good pace. You can tell when the host knows their merchandise, and you can tell when they don't know anything about their merchandise. They're just throwing stuff up. Yes, well, I'm kind of that way with women's clothing, not knowing about the merchandise. But I definitely think you need to study your show before you have a show. So being the teacher in me, definitely study your show before you have a show. Know how you're going to run it, what way you're going to run it, what you're going to do with the items after they sell, and know about, like, I'm awful with the women's clothing. I forget, and I'm going to do better, like the sizes and fabrics and stuff. I need to mark that down. But yeah, I agree with you. What time is my Whatnot show today? My Whatnot show today is at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All golf men's polos, size small to 2XL, and golf hats. And it is the cheapest. Trust me, the last few days I've been watching golf shows. My prices are, they will be the cheapest. You can resell the stuff or buy for husbands or whatever. It will be the cheapest by far. I was just watching a show, $29 starts. Mine literally are $15 starts, and things were selling at $29. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. Do you watch everything from the thrifts? What does your laundry process look like? Good question. I don't. Everything I thrift is in good condition. So I don't thrift stuff. If I get it home and there's a, usually when I thrift, I'm always thrifting like this. I don't even get a cart. I just put stuff over my shoulders like this. If you see me at the thrift store, if you're local or whatever, I can smell if it's got a smell, like a smoky smell to it. So I'll put it back a lot of times, or I'll spray it with Febreze and put it outside. If I come across a stain when I'm photographing, I'll wash it. If the stain's not out, I'll redonate it. Good morning, everybody. So no, I do not wash any of my clothing. None of my clothing unless it's stained or has a smell. Watch other shows that have similar items. There you go, and Whatnot. I'm just telling you guys. You guys know, like, obviously I sell almost all my stuff. I have a couple more Whatnot shows planned, and then like I don't have many after that. But I would say, like, I'm still eBay. Like, eBay is my eBay and thrifting is my baby. I love thrifting and all that. It's just right this second I'm doing some Whatnot. But yeah, watch shows. Just another way. If you can get items cheap and you're okay with selling them for a smaller profit margin, it's just another way to bring in money. Just another way to make money. And there's all the different categories, similar items. What's up from Nashville? What's up, Nashville? I know it's cold down there too. I found a Barber men's quilted vest, dark gray, full zip, pocket collar, size 40 this weekend for $8. Comps are $115. Let's go, Kenneth. Yes. Barber quilted vests do so well, men's and women's. I sell all my women's in my Whatnot. Good morning. Cleared all my racks last night on Whatnot. Ran 5 items for $1. Great fun show. Now I can load spring. There you go, Donna. So that's another way to do it. If you want, people will come if it's cheap stuff. If you're like, okay, I don't have a lot of space. I'm in a studio apartment or a flat, whatever you guys want to call it. And I got to get rid of this winter stuff. Start a Whatnot, get your money back. Let's say you spent $5 per item. Start all your stuff at $5. At least you'll get your money back. Put it towards new items. Uh-oh, here we go. Hoosiers. All right, the Hoosiers are playing in the Natty this evening, National Championship. So, with that being said, I went to Purdue. Purdue and IU, rivals. But I am 100% rooting for IU. I love the coach. I love Mendoza, the quarterback. Go IU tonight. I use pirate ship for Depop. See, piece of scrap. Good stuff. Good stuff. Pirate pirate ship for Depop. So there you go to answer that question from earlier. People wanted cheaper options on Depop. There's one. How do you decide what to sell, buy it now, and auction across platforms? Erica, good question. I do buy it now or best offer on most of my items on all my platforms. eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop. Buy it now or best offer. I don't do auctions anymore. I can't remember the last time I ran an auction. I have a really cool item here, by the way, guys. I know that's squirrel brain, but you're going to be like, what? Really cool item. The lady watched a dress that was dry clean, only a Ralph Lauren dress, and then she was trying to say, I sent it like that. Oh my gosh, Melissa, that's not cool. You have eBay protection. You can start a case. If they ship it back, you can start a case. With eBay, you have seller protection. Hopefully they side with you, but yeah, that sucks. Sorry that happened to you. Where's the new Goodwill? Might be in Indy in April. So the new Goodwill is at 96 in Zionsville Road. It's on the northwest side of Indy. Good morning. Use a top sheet. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use a sheet. I'm going to use a sheet or fabric. I'm going to go here in a little bit because I need to get more boxes, and I'm going to do that. Got my first negative feedback on eBay. Welcome to the club, Tootie. Welcome to the club. Not something to clap about, but don't worry about it. A guy was so nasty. I appealed it with the eBay and won. Let's go. I got to read the rest of the comment, I guess. It was removed. I stated every rule and policy, and he violated it. I had to appeal it 3 times. You know what? Good for you. Good for you not giving up after the first time. There's so many people in this world that are like, I tried. No, you tried and you made it work. You got rid of that feedback. You did it 3 times. You appealed it 3 times. Perseverance. I love it. Guys, take notes. Take notes from Tootie. Good for you. And if you do get negative feedback and they don't get rid of it, it's not the end of the world. What'd you get at Dick's? Well, I've gotten a lot of Dick's jokes recently from K-Way, if that's what you want to know. But what did I get from Dick's? Oh my gosh, Ralph Black. So much stuff, and it's a lot of trial and error things. My mindset going into Dick's Outlet, so there's going to be long tail things like these Caitlin Clark jerseys, and then I got whatnot things. My thing was, you know what? Let's try a lot of different things. I used to just get golf stuff, and the main part about some of these sales that some of these places have, if you know for a fact you can't lose money on those items, then the only thing you'll lose is time, and time is money, but you won't lose money on those items, and you're going to hopefully make money. So a lot of the items, I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that, but there's money to be made there. And I can just list it. It's all at my house. And a lot of times I've been like, if I can just have stuff delivered to my house, a list from my house for a day or 2 days or a week, that'd be great. And that's basically what I did. And I got all spring stuff. Whatnot. Number 1, respect your buyers. Number 1, okay, Lucky's saying your number 1 thing on Whatnot is respect your buyers. I probably couldn't agree more with that, Lucky. In the beginning, I watched many Whatnots where people would get mad, like guys, this should go for. And I know there's a lot of people on there that do it to make people feel like they got good sales, but there are a lot of people on Whatnot that do it and they're kind of like rude about it. Like, guys, like bid this up. I can't run it anymore. Like, I can't run this stuff. Like, that should have gone for $50 and it went for 20. Like, I can't run any more of those. I'm sorry. If you guys are not going to bid those up, if you're not going to bid those, I can't run it. Like, those Whatnot shows are so cringy. I can't do it. Background lighting is important. I need to fix my background, and my lighting last night I thought was on point. So I got my lighting better. I'm always learning. Make sure you have a good connectivity. Yes. You're dead in the water if you're pixelated and break it up. Agreed. Lucky. Agreed. Like the old K-Way shows. Oh my gosh. Those were the worst. His internet like 2 years ago. Oh, I used to make so much fun of him because the internet was bad. And I swear to God, he had someone out there every day for like a month. It's fixed now. And then the next day it'd be pixelating. Sad ending for the Bears. I know. Bears fans are loyal. If you know the size of an item, it helps. I know, Audra. I will do better on my women's shows. My women's shows, I'll do better. These shows today, I'll have the sizes ready. It's going to be so well prepared. I've already got it down. What's up? Hello. Welcome in. Welcome into the live. If you're new here, we're going to be packing items, thrifted items, retail arbitrage items. I'm going to tell you how much I sold them for, on what platform, also if they were promoted, also if they were a Nifty sale. I have to set a timer for your show so I don't forget. Yeah, come in and hang out, guys. I'm going to be running, I'll be running giveaways the whole time too. So come in. I guarantee you, like, it's one of those shows. And also it's going to be a show where after 2 items, everything's free shipping. So you could buy 500 items. You're only paying $9 for shipping for 500 items. So that is also something that I brought to these last 2 shows. And I know for a fact, my wife and I, we talk about it. Once you're in free shipping, it's like a no-brainer sometimes. So you can haul out, and I'll be doing giveaways. I'm nervous to start on eBay. I don't know why. No, eBay is the best like for me. eBay, if I didn't have the eBay, I'd have to go back to a full-time, like a job. So don't be nervous. It's the king. eBay is the king by far. What's up, Nick? Nick, I don't like this new name. I don't like this new name. Like, you need to have something very inappropriate or something. So because I don't recognize it as much. Doing some Posh consignment on women's clothing is interesting. I use Poshmark comps since I can only move them there. I've had people pay way up on women's items. Interesting market. That's Nick. So if you guys don't follow Nick too, I mean, he's not putting out content yet, and he's an idiot, and I'm going to be rude about it. Whoever came in earlier and said I'm not going to make rude comments, I'm going to say it. An idiot, because this guy is so smart, so knowledgeable. If you've been to any of my lives, he's so smart and knowledgeable. He needs to make content. And I always thought Poshmark is really good for women's clothing. The reason I just do them on Whatnot is because over and over again, I do not like listing women's clothing. I just don't like doing it. So maybe one day I'll be forced to do it, but I don't. Like, if Whatnot just goes to the sewer. Yeah, but I hate selling women's clothing. I know. It's just, Boilermakers, rah, rah, rah. Yeah, I know. Boilermakers basketball is doing great. I mean, we're doing really well. Are you in Indiana? I am. I'm in Indianapolis. What's up, Richie Rich? Thanks for coming in. Richie Rich, you ever sell bird dogs? Yep. Bird dogs are great. The pants, I sell a lot of the pants. I get them for $5. I usually sell them for close to $30. The picture you posted of the receipts were crazy. And you know what's even crazier, Sophia? That wasn't all of them. I found like 8 more like that. I know. So kind of right now, I'm looking at like recouping my money. I'm making a profit on everything and recouping my money. And then I'll have a lot of items that I'm curating that will sell over the spring and summer slowly. That will be like everyday sales. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. But again, with this arbitrage type of thing, I couldn't do it when I was a teacher. It's one of those things where, like, it's so important to have money ready to deploy. And I know it takes time. We have bills and everything, but it took me a long time to have money to deploy. Even if it's $1,000, when those opportunities come, it's good to have it. It's good to have it. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for popping in. You'll sell more kids' items if you have my kids model them. Love the 3D printer tennis shoe from JMO. Audra, and that tennis shoe so cool. So let's talk about that too. And we'll get to slow sales. I have not forgotten. We're going to get to sales. We have lots of orders to pack, about 20. We'll get to it. What's up, Nashville? What's up, Nashville? I know. Like I said, I know it's got to be cool down there. So back to this 3D printer tennis shoe. Those were my favorite from JMO. I put those in my women's Whatnot shows. He's all about it. And he wants to make more, but his 3D printer was like one of the earlier ones. We cannot figure it out. So we're going to have to get him a new 3D printer. One that has like Bluetooth. Yeah. So he's bummed right now about it, but we'll hook him up. What brand sizes do you have today? So today, I I have shows pre-planned, guys. I have another kids show with different styles and some of the same styles, all like extra small through XL kids, elementary school sizes, all starting at $5. After 2 items, free shipping. You can bookmark that show. Today is golf brands, all new with tags. Walter Hagen, Good, Bad Birdie, Travis Matthew, Chubbies, all brand new tags. $15 starts. $15 starts. So $15 for brand new tags. You can easily double that if you're a reseller. I've read so many controversial things about whatnot. I'm scared that there's too many sellers and there are not enough buyers. You know what? I feel like that used to be the case, Desiree, but it's more and more not. So if earlier I showed in this, I'll actually go back. Let's see if I can go back to it. Okay. I can. So not enough buyers. So people think I have a following on social media. That means a lot of people come and buy from me. And there were some, but let me show you. If you curate a show like all golf clubs or all kids Power Rangers vintage or all vintage toys, all kids clothing starting at $5, sudden death. Look how many new buyers I had from yesterday. Look how many new buyers. These were all people that just came into my show or found my show naturally on whatnot. Almost all my buyers. Almost all my buyers. Brand new buyers. So there are enough buyers on there. I highly recommend curating a show. Like, make sure it is, at least at first, it's those items. Like, if you can. Yeah, sell women's items for more often on Poshmark than they're comping on eBay. So Audra agrees with you, Nick. They sell for more on eBay, on Poshmark, than they comp for on eBay. You guys, Audra sends me pictures all the time of the stuff she sells on Poshmark, and it is for more money than eBay. I didn't put the name on there. It just happened. Oh, did it? The freaking heck. We need to change that up, Nick. Good morning. A few more comments, so we'll get into some packing. Keep on asking them, though. I can't ship today. Another government holiday. Yep, cannot ship today, but you can pack your items and have them ready to go, which is what I'm doing. I'm late. How's business? Business is good. And actually what I'm going to do, guys, first time I'm going to do it, I'm going to schedule a pickup. And I think I need to know about how many packages I have. I'm going to schedule a pickup for Tuesday, which is going to be great because I have so many things. Good morning, Colorado. Good morning. My favorite man, my favorite son. What's up, Ethan? My boy, what's up, Ethan? Ethan could be my son. He really could be. But Ethan, the shoe man, if you're not following Ethan on Facebook and you're into reselling shoes, that's what he does. He only resells shoes, used and new, mostly used, and he's been posting content every day. Great person to follow, Ethan Banks right there. And he knows his stuff and he sells a lot. So he prices his stuff well. I knew you went to Going, Gone. Yes, I did. And I got a lot of stuff that's going to be long tail eBay items. Spring and summer. So, for example, you're going to see I only bought 4 winter items. I would say mainly 4 winter items. I listed them, 3 sold, and they were all more than a double up. So all the stuff I bought was mostly spring and summer, and I've done this before. Once spring and summer hit, those months are going to be great. It's like buying a stock and saying, hey, you're going to double or triple your money on that stock in 3 months. Do you want to buy that? Yep, I do. With a little extra work. How much inventory would you suggest to have a whatnot show? Oh, man, I would start with a smaller show, maybe 50 to 70. Or something like that. You don't want to be overwhelmed. I can tell you right now, for me, I'll complain. You guys know I'm not a complainer, but packing whatnot shows is not my favorite. Like, you do it, you have fun, you're excited after the show. Packing's not my favorite. You can watch a show, you can listen to music. It's just you're on your feet the whole time, and I don't know. High in India of 10 today? Yeah, no, I'm good. I know. Feels like negative something out there. It's 10 degrees right now. DNA testing to be determined. If you do have blue eyes, and we both played soccer, so there's a good chance. You will love package pickup. I scheduled them out through the end of February. Let's go, piece of scrap. As far as I know, you can do like next day or 2-day pickup, right? That's what I read last night. So I'm gonna do it. The question is it gonna snow? I like to have it. I might just be home. I don't know how I'll do it. I'll just have to, I don't know if I have to put on my porch or my garage and have them just come pick it up out of my garage. I don't know. On pickup, be sure to scan right at your house. Okay, gotcha. I'm going to plan to be home. Ethan is killing it with the shoe finds. I know. What's up, Ethan Bakes? Everyone's saying hi to Ethan. 13 Treasures had a fur coat show. It was interesting to watch. 13 Treasures. I follow. I didn't know he did whatnots. I saw coats in the back the other day. Would have sold for over $1,000. Oh my gosh. Can you put an IU hat on? Listen, into thrifting. You know I went to Purdue. I don't have an IU hat. I don't have it. Now listen, if I found IU hats that I could make money on, I would do that. But I don't have an IU hat. With that being said, and me going to Purdue and IU being our rival, Hoosiers? I hope the Hoosiers win. All right, let's get to shipping. Retail arbitrage. I bought these because I thought it'd be smart. Caitlin Clark, the most popular girl in the WNBA right now. This is an all-star jersey. The Jordan, the expensive jerseys, these are $100 jerseys. $100 jerseys. And I was buying these for $11. $11. I could not pass up on them because I knew I could make money, and there's not a lot of competition. Why? Because the All-Star game was held here in Indianapolis. So a lot of this stuff is from Indianapolis. So I have the market on these, $11. Now, I could sit on them and price them up to $59, whatever. I had them at $42.99, 11 into 42, and I have about 150 of these. And I thought, you know what? After doing the show last night, I'm going to put them at $32.99. Why not? Why not just get rid of them quickly? I swear to you, the second I did $32.99, sold. So already had one sold, $32.99, 11 into $32.99. Sold to Tennessee. So again, trying, you know, that's almost a triple up, more than a double up. Good with that. Again, only list a couple, quantity, easy peasy. Could I make more money? Yes. Could I sit on that? Could I sit on these a long time? Yes. They're very specific. Trying to go my Facebook reselling page. There you go. Any tips? Yes. If you're trying to grow your page on Facebook, the best way, and I listen to different podcasters too. So this is what I hear from like professionals. I think the best way to grow Instagram and Facebook is to put out reels or shorts, whatever you want to call them, because there's the most reach on those. Photo posts don't have a ton of reach. Sometimes they'll go viral, but your reels, you'll get more reach. You'll get more followers than reach. I remember when I first started Facebook, like I had no idea you could monetize it. I had no idea. I just started it. Me and Bearded was telling me about it. And I was just putting reels on there. And then like one popped off one day and the rest was history. I have an outdoor storage box specifically for USPS. Okay. Group the packages in a big bag. Carrier can easily take them to the truck. Okay. So I usually put all my items in big trash bags. I don't have one down here. But those big heavy-duty trash bags, that's what I plan to do. But I'm going to have like 50 boxes. So I love to have them just in my garage, ready for them to come get them out of the garage. I don't know how that will work. I'll have to look at it. I don't know if you can put it. I've never done a pickup. Do you use a smart pricing on Nifty? No, I price my items how I want to price them. So I will comp them out and price them out. I want to price them. Have any more? Liz, any more what? Any more what? Any more drinks? Yes, right here. I have a grandson Ethan's age. I wish I could get motivated like Ethan. Ethan is such a hard worker. He went out at 5:30 a.m. this morning for a sale. 5:30 a.m. If you look on Facebook, you'll see it. That's how I woke up and saw that. I said, early bird gets a worm. You're welcome, Melissa. It's 1 degree here in the real and with real feel of -20. Be careful going outside today. Stay warm, everyone. We're used to it in Northwest Indiana, Chicago area, but still dangerously cold going outside. Yes. So Debbie's up there in the region in Chicago area, a couple hours away from me. Yeah, dangerously cold today. So be careful. Stay inside. That's what's happening to me. I have a reel over 80K views on Instagram, and the other one right behind that 40K views. Trisha came in earlier and was like, hey, my Instagram's popping off. And Trisha, like, look at this. I gained 2,500 new followers in the past 3 days. I don't know if that's on Facebook or Instagram, Trisha, but there are resellers that I follow on Instagram for the longest time who make content that takes an hour to make each reel that don't have 2,500 followers. All it takes is one guy, persistence. If you watch K-Way right now, he's doing every single day order pull videos. Every single day. Do you know how repetitive that would be? But he's doing it. Persistence. All it takes is one. You can do doorbell ring on pickup. Okay, good to know. That is key. That is key. Nifty has smart pricing. Yep. Since when? I don't know. I don't do it, so I don't know. To be honest, I still list a lot of my stuff on eBay and cross-list the Nifty. So, like, let me get over here on Nifty real quick. I'm gonna share you with my Nifty. I just did this last night. Okay, so, and yes, I did use these pictures. Every once in a while, I'll use pictures like this. These are like Adidas pictures. So you can see I did quantity. Now, I can only do quantity on Poshmark and eBay. But here are the WNBA jerseys. Here are some other shorts. These shorts are so cheap. These I bought for $5 each. So I'm not making a ton of money. These I bought for like $3.75 each, not making a ton of money, but I have so many of them and they'll just slowly sell. It's so easy to list and I've undercut the market. Again, that was a trial and error. Do I wish I would have bought those? I don't know if I'd do it twice, but then again, it's money, people. And how long did it take to list those? Like no time at all. When spring and summer hits, I guarantee you, come back in 5 months from now, I'm going to say I wish I bought more of those because it's just so easy. I woke up too early, way too cold. Ethan, I don't want to hear about it. You're in Tampa. I don't want to hear about cold. It was still in the high 30s. I don't care. If you revisit your listings on eBay, like change your price, does it refresh it? I'm not sure. So I have Nifty do the automation. So Nifty's going to do the recreate. So it delists your item right before it ends, and then it recreates it. So it's like a brand new listing. So Nifty will do that on all these platforms for you. I need to connect my Depop. Or save that, actually. You're not automatically offering. Oh, there we go. Maybe that's why I'm not having a lot of sales on Depop. Whoops. Okay, so yeah, I have Nifty recreate. So I highly recommend Nifty, guys. You have I always recommend it. And again, it might be repetitive to a lot of people, but it makes people money, and I'm not going to ever not talk about it. But cross list everything over. It has the AI generator where you just take the photos and it lists on everywhere. It does all the automation, all the shares. And then it has your spreadsheet for you. So your spreadsheet and then your insights too. So it has everything. Highly recommend it. I have a free trial. I'll put the link in the description. And then we'll get to some more sales. So I'll put the link in the description of this video. I highly recommend it. Always new people watching. It is the best, especially when you see all the resellers that I used to watch promote other ones, and then now they're promoting Nifty. It's on Instagram. Oh my gosh, 2,500 followers on Instagram. Trisha, that is crazy. Crazy. Congratulations, Trisha. That is exciting. Like, you need to go out and have a taco fest. Trisha loves tacos. I'm also packing up sold winter Christmas plate cup set. Going to be a heavy one. Oh man, China. Yeah, heavy one, but it is what it is. It's crazy. People are telling me how much Christmas stuff is selling. We'll talk about slow sales next. Does Facebook pay good for social media? It does. But again, with all of this stuff, you have to put in a ton of time. But it does. It does pay well. Instagram pays poo-poo. TikTok now is all about TikTok shop. Facebook pays well. YouTube pays okay. It's just really hard to grow. What I did is just, I went on YouTube. I said, how long does it take to get monetized and get paid on YouTube, Facebook, any of those? And you can watch people, and people are usually pretty honest about it. I'm not doing reselling on this account, but holy moly, it's my CD collection. Something I'm passionate about. Let's go. Trisha, it's your CD collection. Yeah, you are passionate, and you post so much. Good. That's great. And you never know, that could lead to more sales for that, of course. K-Way's wife does all the work. For real, for sure. I was talking about that with Bearded this morning. I'm like, listen. Watch out for smart sell on Poshmark. Do not like it. Accidentally had it on with one Posh. It sold something too low. Quick sale. Just had it listed. All right, watch out for smart sell on Poshmark. Yeah, we don't feel sorry for you, Ethan. Anybody else having a problem with Poshmark? I can't get my account started. Desiree, if you can't get it started, you can contact Poshmark. It took me a minute when I started Poshmark, when I started doing cross-listing, but I figured it out like within a day. And then also, after I started cross-listing like 15 or 20 items, they wouldn't let me cross-list anymore because they thought I was a bot. So I reached out to customer support, and they released my account, and I cross-listed everything. So you might get that too. Anyone notice that on eBay, when you have watchers, they try to get you up your promoted listing percent? Do they try to do that? I don't know. 100%. My girl. There you go. All right. We'll talk about slow sales real quick. Yes, sales have been slow for me on eBay. Poshmark have been the same. My sales have been okay. But Wayne, K-Way Shop, Chris at Peak, people on here, I'm seeing a lot of people talk about slow sales on eBay. And it all started when they did that promotion thing. It's when it all started. Even maybe a few days before. I don't know, but it's the ebbs and flows of eBay. It's just the way it is. As long as you're listing stuff, you'll sell stuff. I promise. It's the ebbs and flows. But this is a good time to have sales. Have something like Nifty that sends out offers. We'll talk about those things. Promote your items. That Kaylin Clark sold promoted. Not seeing Brad for a full year is sad. I know. Ethan, right when I came back last year, I bought this MacBook. Love buying that. I know. I wanted to come down. I still might at some point, but I'm just so busy right now. We did it. No response. I would keep going. Persistence. Keep going. Keep going after Poshmark. Okay. So, yeah, slow sales for everybody, I feel like. Slower. But then the other day, someone was like, oh, my sales are popping off. So I don't know. This is a gray tag vintage Nike with the sweatpant inside. So double layer. You have your Nike hit right there. I love picking these up. A lot of our thrift stores will price these up to $10. I'll still buy them. Sold for $27. This was I took a best offer, and it was a promoted listing. eBay did a $200 promotion promo. I just activated it. Really? Huh. I totally understand. Next time coming to me, Ethan, you come to me, it's just going to be to visit. Because you're not going to find a lot of shoes. Although you might. But what was it going to say? Ethan, how are your sales? Ethan, how are your sales right now? Make sure it's going to miles. Going to miles. Yep, going to miles. Okay. Next item. This is a retail arbitrage. I said I need to get this done right now. So, Nike down jacket. Nike down jacket. I paid $25 for this Nike down jacket. $25 sold for $69. $69. So 25 into 69. I was fine with that. I wanted to get this sold ASAP because the winter's about over. Yeah. So glad to call you live. Hey, what's up, Thrifty Farmer? Appreciate you coming in. I'm glad you're here too. I'm glad you're here too. Any questions coming in? Otherwise, we're just going to shoot the shit and hang out. I'm packing stuff. So answer a lot of the comments coming in. You can rewatch it later, but now we're on the packing. We're on to the fun stuff. So again, 25 into 69. This was a regular sale. No promoted, no Nifty, no nothing. Regular sale. Got to make sure it's going to the right buyer. It is. It's going to Chicago. How about that? Chicago. I hope he doesn't return it because the Bears lost. That'd be sad. But yeah, you definitely need that in Chicago. You need about 3 of those. Need about 3 of those in Chicago. Hold on 1 second. Get that on straight. Get that on straight. There we go. That box is so light. Next item, Ethan Banks. Pair of shoes, by the way. Pair of shoes. I love my new shoe setup. Let me share that with you guys. I'm going to share that with you. If you guys just have a second, I'm going to screen share it with you. Sold items. Nike. What size are these? 11. Okay. Okay, here they are. Wonder if I can pull them up. Maybe I'll go to eBay. I'll have to go to eBay. So sorry guys. Orders paid and shipped. Nike 11. Okay, here's my new photo setup for my shoes. I really like it. And I'm using Ethan told me to use these right here, and they really do help. So this is my new photo setup for my shoes. And I like how I do this, like this little crop, like this way and this way. I like that. It's something a little bit different. But yeah, that's on the same backboard, and I do these on the ground. Same backboard that I use for my photos. I just put it against the wall. So yeah, that's what I do with those. These sold for $40. Took a best offer, paid 10. You see on the bottom they say 10, paid 10. Gonna set these out in one of these Ground Advantage boxes. Hey, what's up, Coffee Hot? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you this morning for giving me your time. I've only sold 4 on eBay for the whole weekend. I'm promoting, I'm running a sale, but I have the most sales on Poshmark since I've started on the platform. That's why you have to cross list. I put that, I don't care what, use whatever program you want. That's why, and Ethan will tell you. Ethan will say the same thing. The reason I started because of Ethan and Wayne. That's why you have to cross list. Because other platforms will bring up eBay. Again, eBay is being slow right now. I think something's going on, but it will come back. It will come back. Ethan, my sales were pretty decent this weekend. 68 pairs sold so far this weekend, a little over 3 point. Okay, so Ethan sold 68 pairs of shoes this weekend. I would say that's pretty good. Haven't listed anything in 3 weeks, but still selling. Got to get my butt in gear and start listing again. Have really good stuff. Roebuck, Ariat. Let's go. Danner boots and a bunch of Ralph Lauren. That is good stuff, Faith. Yeah, we'll just get listing. I know you're probably just like going to Buc-ee's so much that just don't have time to list. I get it. If I were in your shoes, I'd do the same thing. eBay customer service sucks right now. I don't get an agent call anymore, just an email. It took a week to get a response. Dang, I'm sorry, Rough Black. Yeah, I haven't had to call them for a while, but I always like look around for a way to get a hold of them. Like other. Does this answer your question? No, other. Speak to representative? Yes. Good morning, Curly Q. Curly Q, good morning. I feel like first quarter is a great time to take vacations since sales are always slow. Start off the year. Good way to look at it, Darren. Yeah, good time to take vacations. Also, think about this, guys. We're running our own business, right? We're running our own business. We just have to know there are slow times of the year and good times of the year. All right. If you run a lawn mowing business, obviously this time of year, you're not making money. And you might do snow plowing too, but if there's no snow, you're not working. So right now is the really good time to just list as much summer and spring as you can. So when those season hits, you'll make up for those lost sales. That's just my opinion. I'm just a reseller. I have been doing clothing for 10 years, but it's just me. Maybe you get one piece of it that you can take. The picture looks great. What do you use for the background? That's a piece of laminate flooring. I just had it cut. I'll show you. So this is it right here. This is the flooring right here. I have this on both sides, and I clamp these right here to that backboard that I have, and then I roll this out. Super easy. And then when I'm done with it, so I'll do all my hard goods on that. Hats, shoes, everything. And it's scratched and doesn't get dust on it and everything. Done with that, I'll just put it right here. Super duper easy. Super duper easy. Agreed. My Poshmark sales are more than my eBay this weekend. It's crazy. It's good though. It's good. When it comes to recreates on Nifty, number of watchers on an item resets. If it has a lot of watchers, do you think it hurts because of chances of the sale to recreate? I don't think so, Dark Black, because those watchers are watching it for 30 days. I want the buy. I don't want the watch. I want the buy. And then there are some times that people will message me and say, hey, did this item sell? I say, no, it's actually relisted, a watcher. So I don't think it hurts. I don't think it hurts. Now, like there's someone that's like, I want this. I just don't have the money for it. My items are $20 items. They don't have that money in 30 days. I mean, it'll get relisted. Hopefully they'll find it again. Polo Ralph Lauren, long sleeve polo shirt, striped. Good shirt. Good shirt. By the way, I have videos on how I made my board. I just bring my board down. I have a couple shorts. If you just look through some of my content, you'll see it. And a picture. I have pictures too of it. So I do it all in the basement now. I used to do it in my kitchen. And that, what would happen with that would be, I would have clothing and everything everywhere. So like when my wife got home, there was stuff everywhere and it just wasn't a good situation. My wife is a very like declutter person. She doesn't like stuff everywhere. And so it just like presses her buttons and I get it. And so we moved everything to the basement. I think that's made a huge change as far as listing goes and taking photos. This was the best sale of the weekend. Crazy sale. Found it on the racks. Again, it just seemed like good quality. This right here, this jacket right here. It's called Super X G.I. Joe collab. G.I. Joe collab. You got that patch right there. G.I. Joe collab. Super X. This sold, I paid $5.99 for it. This sold for $117. Nifty offer. Nifty offer, because I did not take an offer. Nifty sale. $117 for this jacket. I paid $5 for it. That was a good sale. That was a good sale. Just updated my polo shirts bolo list. Hey, let's go, Neil. All right, there you go. Yep, always changing. Always changing. Although some stuff comes back. Like there for a while, Travis Matthew, I'm like, I don't know. All of a sudden, Travis Matthew stuff sells. RLX, I have an RLX polo here that I sold. Really good brand to be on the lookout for. Speaking of bolos, Etro, really good brand right here to be on the lookout for. Starry shirt, just really good brand. Etro sold for $32 for this shirt, paid $5 for it. So be on the lookout for that. Good morning. Am I the only one with slow sales? No, Festive. We just talked about it. Some people had good sales, like Ethan. That jacket looks nice. Ethan right here, he had 68 sales this weekend. Everyone be mad at Ethan. No, my sales are medium. Not great, not super slow, but no, sales have been slow on eBay for a lot of people right now. It's just the ebbs and flows. This is going overseas. Let's go. Peace. Never going to see this again. Love selling an expensive item that's going overseas, international shipping. Then I don't have to worry about it being returned. Ping golf pants. These are an older pair of Ping golf pants. Very wide-legged. But they sold for $22.99 and I paid $5 for them. So happy with that sale. These were not retail. These were a thrift store. Where can we find your list? Neil, where can we find your list? People want to know. Neil. Also, thanks for hanging out with me. I know where you live is probably cold. So we're chilling together. All right. So this is stuff that sold over the weekend. You guys saw I did a live. Was it Friday? So these are all things that sold over the weekend. RLX size large polo shirt. It's got a Crooked Stick golf course logo on it. RLX. This sold for $19.99. $19.99. Fine with that. Paid $5 for it. I'm going to get that out of the way. Yeah. So, I mean, get this stuff listed now because it's going to start selling. Aaron, Aaron. Thanks, Aaron. Next item is a pair of polo pants. These are not jeans. These are pants, like chinos. Polo Ralph Lauren chino pants. Paid $5 for these. They're $4.99 at my stores. And they sold for $22.99 via promoted listings. Going out one of these ground. Brad, you listing every day again? No, Ethan, I'm not right now because of the last week I was doing all the front loading. I was doing all the shopping. But I'll get back to it when I get finished with some of these whatnots and listing my multiple quantity items. So, for example, last night I listed probably over 200 items last night because they're multiple quantity. So 200 items last night made up for the week, probably. Multiple quantity. But I have not been listing daily right at this moment. I can't wait to. I'm actually looking forward to doing it. Just got my new Poshmark shipping supplies. Love the big bag poly mailers. These are the bomb. I agree with you. These are the best. Just get you a banner made for your backpack with your truck on the back of the a banner made for the background. Yeah, my whatnot shows. I should. I'm gonna do something quick today. But yeah, that would be a good idea of my truck. I love my truck. I should. I love to do as if I lived in Florida, just have my truck in the background. Like, how cool would that be to have my truck in the background doing whatnots? This is a quarter zip Under Armour. You know, I picked these up for $5. A lot of people skip on them. $19.99 and via promoted listing. Good with that. All right. That is the last eBay sale. We'll do Poshmark next. Poshmark next. Audra. Okay, here we go. Audra always has good advice. If you join the Surfs reseller community, here. Where am I? Look, go to Google, Surfs reseller community. Click on that. It'll be the first link right here. Click on that first link, and it will bring you here. 17,000 members. She and Trisha run a lot of this, and there's just so much good information on this page. So much. Oh, that's my personal. But so much good information. Audra has great advice. So, Audra, I'm having some success with vintage items. Yeah, like that Wrangler shirt. Thinking unique vintage items are following the return to analog trend. Sold a Wrangler. There it is. That Wrangler Bush Popper yesterday on Depop for $95. 1970s Christmas stocking kit on Etsy for $50. Look at you going over to Etsy too. Yeah, that Wrangler is crazy. $95, guys, for a Wrangler. No more coming in for a while. Oh, I didn't even see who posted this. Look, Shelby. This person has the same last name as me. That's weird. He'll be listening soon. No more coming in for a while. No more, as in no more products coming in for a while. Hey, Hunbun. How much Ralph Lauren polo shirt? How much was the Ralph Lauren polo shirt? The RLX sold for $20. I paid $5. The Ralph Lauren striped shirt, I paid $5 for it. It sold for $31. Shelby, if he keeps buying more, just let me know. I'll keep texting him until he stops. Whatever, Ethan. You're all about those shoes. Don't be crazy. All right. Here's another one of those coats, one of those jackets, down jackets. Paid $25 for it. Listed it. All 4 of them. I only got 4. I only could get 4. Listed all 4 of these just a couple of days ago. 3 out of the 4 have sold. So quickly getting rid of some of my retail arbitrage items. So that's a quick $25 profit on each one. Very, very fast sale. And I do love these Ground Advantage boxes too. These boxes are great. This is a Poshmark sale. I sold these for $69. So about it, like I said, a double up. Maybe a little more. I'll do the other one before we do the other items. I want to answer questions. That's ironic. As you were reading my comment, I got a sale. It always happens during my lives. You know why? Because I've been on for an hour and 12 minutes. There's a good chance you're going to have a sale. It's not me. But how about that? Do you use ChatGPT to make your whatnot images? I do now. The Thrifty Farmer, I do. It's great because you can look at the dimension. You can put in the dimensions of what you want the picture to be, and have ChatGPT make it. And you can change it if you don't like it. I learned that one from Bearded. So credit Bearded Thrifter for that. And my wife is always like, you need to have, because she buys on whatnot and she watches, she pays attention. She's always like, you need to have your photo, your thumbnail that includes like stuff that you're selling. So people know exactly what you're selling when they scroll through. So Shelby was all about that, me making that change. Shelby's done a lot for my business in the background, to be honest. Honey bunny. I'm going to go buy more stuff. Just kidding. I kid. The only reason she's like, yeah, she knows I'm making her make money. It's just I have so much stuff upstairs right now that I'm organizing. And then like today, I'm taking a lot of stuff to the storage unit. At least the stuff in my car. It's freezing out. Kelly. All right. Poshmark sales. For the person on Facebook named Desiree, I'm thinking Poshmark wants your tax information under account settings and manage your taxpayer information. All right, so hopefully you're still in here, and that might be the reason why you're not able to post on whatnot. And that's, again, I had to do that on Poshmark, Depop, Mercari. Like, you got to get all this information in there. The Wrangler had holes. It would have sold for $150. That's crazy. It's crazy that stuff sells with holes for $90, doesn't it? Does cross-listing hurt eBay impressions when you delist with watchers? I don't think so. Not at all. Not one bit. Cross-listing is a must in 2026. It is a must. You have to cross-list. I'm telling you. Like, everything I do, I will not say this is the right way, but I am saying to you, cross-listing will get you more sales. I'm telling you. And in my opinion, Nifty's the best. But use whatever one you want. This is a medium. Why am I even telling you the size? This is a Notre Dame Under Armour little cord. I find a lot of these where I live because Notre Dame's a couple hours away from me. Notre Dame's a great college. I always recommend buying well-known college gear. It sells well. And just think, there are always new people going to those college every year, and all the alumni. So it just a lot of ranges of people buying from those colleges. So that was a good sale right there. And it's a long sleeve. Happy to get rid of that right now. I had huge success with the eBay customer service on Facebook Messenger. Ooh, they probably don't want their name getting splattered all over social media. That's probably why. Shoes and Wayne's purple label. Oh, Shoes and Wayne. Yeah, it's crazy. He's getting great stuff. I'm so happy for him. It takes time to make connections and to trust people. He's doing really well. Always diversifying. I think it's just important. Like, I'm doing this with some of this stuff. It's good to trial and error, right? I mean, if something works for you, keep on doing it. eBay and thrifting still works for me, and I love doing it. I love doing content stuff. What I don't like doing is like editing and making like fake stuff or whatever. I just like the real. It might not get the views and all that stuff, but at least I'm real. It's because Shelby is the better half. She is the better half. Good morning, Carolyn. What's up? Thanks for popping in. She was a big help last night for me. I don't know if she plans to help me with my golf show. I'll tell you this. So, items new with tags, these are a lifesaver. So these are numbers. You can buy like $5 for 1,000 of these. They're numbered 1 to 200. You can get 1 to 1,000, 1 to whatever. 1 to 200. And they're just little dot stickers. Put it on the tag. So item 1, dot sticker. Item 2, dot sticker. Put it in a box of 20, 1 to 20, 21 to 40, 41 to 50 or 60. These made Whatnot new with tags such a breeze. She did help because we were going so fast this afternoon. I don't know if she'll help or not, but you can do this on your own, easy. Those are great. Those are great. ChatGPT is great for looking up styles and modern names of clothing. Yeah, I've heard people have been talking about that often. Brad, I need 10% of your cross-listing sales from 2 years ago because I told you to start. I know. When I went down and visited Ethan and Wayne, they were both like, dude, like, you're not cross-listing. I'm like, oh, it'll take too much time. I don't know. To keep a track of inventory, making the change. Came back, best thing I've done. I think impressions and all that stuff is useless. Nick is so smart. I agree with Nick on almost everything, especially when he talks bad about K-Way. I think impressions and all that stuff is useless. Whenever I comp items on eBay, it shows me promoted ads for random items. Yep. I might be crazy, but I think eBay has been a lot more fair to sellers on disputes over the past 2 years. They just made it really difficult to talk to a human. It has. And I know for a fact they've also made some staffing cuts over the last couple of years. And I think a lot of lost connection. Streaming? It's a lost connection. My back? Can you see me? My back? Good morning, Mackenzie. Good morning. Watchers are not buyers. They mean nothing. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Good morning, Granny B. What's up? I took a barber coat that thrifted to a local dry cleaner to be repoofed. I ended up making a consignment deal with him to sell some items that he has. Nice formal dresses, sweaters from Ireland. There you go. Festive Flipper, making connections. That's what it's about. All right. Last item. You probably won't find these, but these are McLaren. That's the McLaren symbol. McLaren pit crew pants. I find these often, and they're so nonchalant. Like, people have no idea what they are. But I go to the Indy 500 every year, and I'm a fan. These are McLaren pants, and these sold for $45 on Poshmark. $45 on Poshmark. I'm gonna put in one of these padded flat rates. Shoot, I don't even know if you guys see me. But that's it. That is it. Gonna get ready for my show for this afternoon. And all the above. That's it. K-Way Shop is like Steve Jobs. He comes with the great ideas. He tells his wife to do all the work. That's what I'm thinking too. Tells his wife to do all the work. And he's like, Steve Jobs was a game changer, but just a mean guy. I feel the same about K-Way. That's it, guys. Let's get to listen, get to work. Be safe today. MLK Day. Lots of things. Let's not judge people by the color of their skin or anything else, just by their actions and the way they are as humans. That is how I still feel this day about everything. Judge people by their actions and their personalities and their beliefs as far as just in life, the way they treat people. What does it mean on Nifty when they say the buyer has already received an offer within the last offer? Does this mean the offer wasn't sent out? The buyer already received an offer within the last offer. Yeah, so the offer sends out like every 48 hours, so they're not going to receive another offer. Time, 3 o'clock today, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a golf show. Come hang out, buy stuff, or get in the giveaway. Come hang out. All right, guys, that's it. Peace. Bye, everybody. See